Hello everyone, welcome. I am Funny from Virtutech. We are a technology partner for Amazon Web Services. We offer cloud consulting, engineering, and data migration services. In this webinar, I'm going to provide an overview on few of the data migration services provided by AWS. But first, let us look into the basics. What is cloud? And what does it mean when someone says that they are migrating data to cloud? Cloud computing or cloud is the delivery of computing services, including data storage, application migration, and data analysis over the internet. This is currently being preferred over the traditional method of using locally installed and managed servers. Now, data migration in the context of cloud is the process of moving all the data from our local servers to the cloud environment. This includes both user-generated data as well as the applications installed on the servers. Before we begin looking into the services provided by AWS for data migration, let us quickly check the benefits and pain points of migrating data to cloud. The traditional way of using local servers or data centers incurs huge costs to both install and maintain them. The business requirements will definitely change at a later date, which means that we will have to install new hardware and establish connectivity between the installed devices and the user community. This will definitely drive up costs as the business grows and the needs change. Well, this is where cloud comes in. Using virtually unlimited resources of cloud-based environment will help reduce the costs that we have to bear to install and maintain local data centers. The cloud environment's compatibility with various devices also ensures that the required resources are readily available to the users on any device. This would undoubtedly increase business agility and performance. Many cloud platforms, our own AWS included, are also offering cloud-specific digital transformation services, which can be used to perform data analysis on a broader scale when compared to the local tools. The advantages of using a cloud-based setup does look appealing, right? But it is also important to note the pain points of data migration to cloud. The tools that are used for data migration to cloud are designed to avoid any service disruptions. However, it is possible that users might encounter some downtime and businesses should prepare themselves for such a possibility. It is also possible that the existing applications and tools might not be capable of operating on a cloud-based setup. This would mean users would be forced to purchase new applications if required. Businesses should make a note of such cases and should be prepared well in advance, regardless of all the downsides from a process perspective. The biggest challenge for any migration is the user's ability to adapt to the new changes. Although the way of using an existing application might not change, users should be well trained to use any new tools that cloud infrastructure offers. This would mean that sufficient time and money will be spent on trainings. Hence, time and funds should be set aside accordingly. The benefits of migrating data to cloud varies from organization to organization. Similarly, the type of services that we have to use for both storage and migration changes as well. Hence, we should ask ourselves few key questions before choosing any specific data storage and migration services. Questions like what kind of data do we have? How much data do we have? Are there any deadlines that we have to meet that might be affected due to the possible service disruptions? Also, how many users should have access to the data? Once the migration is complete, will the users access the data periodically or continuously? Most importantly, what kind of network connectivity do we currently have and what kind do we need after the migration? These are few questions that will help us choose both the cloud storage service and the data migration service that are apt for our business needs. In addition to those, we should take into account any industry specific requirements. That is, if you have a business that handles medical or financial data, you have to make sure that you comply with the government regulations pertaining to handling any sensitive data. Please make sure you address all identified issues before moving ahead with data migration. Each cloud provider offers different data migration services based on the type of storage you select. So, if you have opted to migrate to cloud, you should first select a storage plan. Let us now look into the available storage options. There are three types of data storage mechanisms categorized based on how data is stored. They are the block level, file level, and the object level storage services. And AWS offers separate storage options for all three of them. Please have a look at the picture shown. The options listed at the bottom are the various data migration services offered by AWS. We will be discussing few of these services in detail later in this presentation. For now, let us look into the storage services shown on the top. The block storage involves splitting files into evenly sized blocks of data, each with its own address but no further information to provide any context as to what the data is. Amazon offers Elastic Block Store for block storage. In this storage service, it is easier to modify data, and this can significantly impact performance if modifications are frequent. The second service is file storage. In file storage, files are organized into hierarchy within folders and subfolders to form a defined path. If any changes are to be made to a file, then the entire file should be uploaded again. This works well with small files. But let's say our capacity requirement grows and we have to upload multiple files by multiple users at the same time. Well, it can become a little burdensome. Amazon currently offers EFS or Elastic File System for file storage. Now let us look into the final one. The object storage stores entire clumps of data as an object, which contains the data, metadata, and a unique identifier. There is no limit in the type or amount of metadata that can be stored for this specific object. This makes object storage powerful and customizable. Amazon currently offers Amazon S3 as an object storage service, which works through a web interface. It also offers Amazon S3 Glacier for the files that are infrequently used. This is generally used for archiving purpose. Now that we have looked into the data storage services that are offered by Amazon Cloud, let us move on to the data migration services. As stated earlier, the type of data migration service that will be provided to you depends on what type of storage service you choose. AWS offers a wide range of data migration services. However, for now, we will be looking into the ones that are most widely used. They are the AWS Direct Connect, AWS Data Sync, which was previously known as EFS File Sync, Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration, AWS Storage Gateway, and finally the AWS Snow family. Let us look into each one of these listed options in detail. As the name suggests, the AWS Direct Connect is a cloud service solution that establishes a private connectivity between AWS and your data center or office. This in many cases can reduce your network costs, increase bandwidth throughput, and provide a more consistent network experience than the regular internet-based connections. Using industry standard 802.1q VLANs, this dedicated connection can also be partitioned into multiple virtual interfaces. This allows you to use the same connection to access both the public resources and the private resources, while maintaining network separation between public and private environments. Also, the virtual interfaces can be reconfigured at any time to meet your changing needs. The AWS Data Sync feature described in this slide has initially started as EFS File Sync, which uses a secure data transfer mechanism which can run up to 5 times faster than the traditional tools. It is used for file transfers to EFS systems and is available in all AWS regions where EFS is available. The Data Sync has a dedicated management console and service API. It is integrated with Amazon CloudWatch, which provides metrics on number of files and amount of data which has been copied. The logs also show detailed error information in case there are any errors during file transfers. The Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration enables fast, easy, and secure transfer of files over long distances between your client and an S3 bucket. It takes advantage of Amazon's globally distributed edge locations. Once the data arrives at an edge location, it is then routed to Amazon S3 over an optimized network path. The installation is quite simple, as all we have to do is enable the transfer acceleration on an existing S3 bucket. This is a great choice if you are using Amazon S3 for data storage. The AWS Storage Gateway is a hybrid storage service that enables your on-premises applications to seamlessly use AWS Cloud. You can use the service for backup and archiving, disaster recovery, cloud data processing, storage tiering, and migration. The service helps you simplify your data center or office storage infrastructure. Your applications directly connect to the service through a virtual machine or hardware gateway appliance using the standard storage protocols such as NFS or SMB. The gateway connects to AWS storage services providing storage for files, volumes, snapshots, and virtual tapes in AWS. This has bandwidth management, automated network resilience, and efficient data transfer, along with a local cache which is used for on-premises access to your most active data. Let me point out a small note here. All the data migration services that we have discussed so far require network connectivity for data migration and access. This means the speed of data migration is dependent on network capability. However, the Snow family of devices can be used for offline data migration. This means physical devices are used to transport data into and out of AWS. Depending on the size of data that we need to migrate, the Snow family offers three different types of physical devices. They are the AWS Snowball, Snowball Edge, and the Snowmobile. The Snowball is a petabyte scale data transfer service which is built around a secure, suitcase-sized device that moves data into and out of AWS cloud quickly and efficiently. Typical transfer times are about a week from start to finish. Snowballs are commonly used to ship terabytes or petabytes of data. Well, what if we need a slightly larger capacity? Then we move to AWS Snowball Edge device, which also has an embedded computing platform that helps you to perform simple processing tasks. These devices can be rack-shelved and may also be clustered together. This makes it simpler to collect and store data in extremely remote locations. Businesses use these devices in environments with intermittent connectivity, such as manufacturing, industrial, transportation, or in extremely remote locations, such as military or maritime operations. The AWS Snowmobile. Well, as the size indicates, the AWS Snowmobile is an exabyte scale data transfer service which is used to move extremely large amounts of data to AWS. You can transfer up to 100 petabytes for Snowmobile, which is a 45-foot long ruggerized shipping container pulled by a semi-trailer truck. Snowmobile makes it easy to move massive volumes of data to the cloud, including video libraries, image repositories, or even a complete data center migration. Transferring data with Snowmobile is more secure, fast, and cost effective. Initially, the Snowmobile will be transported to your data center and AWS team will configure it for you so it can be accessed as a network storage target. Once that is done, you can begin your high-speed data transfer from any number of sources within your data center to the Snowmobile. After that, the Snowmobile will be driven back to AWS where your data is imported into Amazon S3 or Amazon Glacier. All Snow devices use data encryption, GPS tracking, and alarm monitoring. Also, dedicated security personnel will be provided to make sure that the data is not tampered with. As stated earlier, we can use the Snow devices where our network connectivity is intermittent or in case you don't want to waste your network bandwidth. Now that we have looked into the data storage and few of the data migration services offered by AWS, I hope this helps you choose the right services for your business. Please visit our website and check out the blogs that we have written on various data migration techniques. I'm sure they will provide valuable insights. Also, please contact us if you have any further questions, and our team will be glad to assist you in any way we can. Thank you.